Hello, hello. Welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Matt.
Today we're going to be talking about Longmorn 16 and their single malt scotch.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about Longmorn?
This is the beautiful Longmorn. A beautiful, beautiful whiskey from Speyside, Scotland. And look, when the box opens, it sings. Oh! So, cool box. Obviously, we know that the old version is Daniel Whittington's favorite from the Whiskey Tribe over there in the Whiskey Vault and all that fun stuff. But actually really fell in love with Longmorn in general with some independent ballers before I knew what any of this whiskey tube thing was. I found an Alexander Murray version. I still have one. We'll review at some point. That is fantastic, 21 year. But yeah, so this is the 16. It's just 48%. So Longmorn started in 1894 in the village of Longmorn, which is a Moray Speyside, next to a railroad station, which is actually pretty smart, by John Duff, who used to be the manager at Glendronach. And Charles Shirres and George Thomson were his other partners. So John also founded this other store called Glenlossie, which I think we might have one of those somewhere around here in 1876. So he'd done this for a while. He also tried to start distilleries in Cape Town in the U.S., but unfortunately those were failures. So he came back with his three partners, bought them out later, started Benriach next door to Longmorn, another really great distiller we'll talk about at some point. So this guy's done some pretty heavy hitters for really good distilleries that I really like. All right, so unfortunately he lost everything in 1898. There was a massive Scotch collapse of all the wholesale markets, and it just destroyed him, and he lost everything, which sucks hard. After that, over time, it was taken by another family called James Grant, who is the Grant Distiller, which is another fantastic distiller that we love. So like I said, this is a lot of distilleries involved in this one. So then there's also this guy named Masataka Taketsuru, learned how to make whiskey at this distillery. A very important man there for the founder of both of Suntory and Nikka. So this is like the preeminent distiller for me in Speyside that just makes beautiful things. In fact, these stills at Longmorn are the same ones that were copied that are still used to this day at Nikka, which is pretty awesome. And those are still coal-fired at Nikka, but they're no longer coal-fired at Longmorn. They were not until 93 they were coal-fired, but then after that they're steam now, so which is pretty awesome. In 1970, they became part of the Glenlivet family when they were bought out, and they added another 4 stills at that point in time. And up to today, they're 4 wash, 4 spirit stills. And then they were bought out by this company called Seagrams. Yay, Seagrams. Of course, that's MGP today. But it is. And it became part of the Chivas Brothers blend at that point in time, which is obviously a Pernod Ricard brand in 2001. Spent most of its life in blends of obviously Chivas, VAT 69 Dewars, and its water source is the Burnside wells. With the barley comes Moray, and there's a slight peat to this apparently from the Mannoch Hill, up into, like I said. So we've got that going in there. So the first pot still was actually not even available as a single malt until 1993 either, and that's the old 15 year, which unfortunately is not longer made. And then in 2007, the 16 years, which is the brown box, you guys see those are from 2007. Then this replaced the old brown box to this purple box. There's also today a 23 year, which is like $900. Do not have, sorry. Unless someone wants to donate it, hey, great, awesome, but don't have $900 for a whiskey. But hey, we'll just try. So there's also the duty free distiller's choice, which Pete does have. We will get to borrow from him to review that one, so that'll be fun. And see, they use dunnage warehouses. And all of it comes from and then the best way though to find Longmorn still is independent bottlers. So they're Signatory, it's Alexander Murray, it's Scott's. Any of those are really fantastic. So, also this is one of the longest fermentations in Scotch at 50 hours of fermentation. So this is a complicated, beautiful whiskey. All right, so this is going to be 48% non-chill filtered American oak, Oloroso, and sherry casks, and traditional ex-bourbon. And like I said, this replaced the brown box in 2016 with this purple box. So let's see what we think of this beautiful Longmorn.
Well, the Oloroso sherry, that nutty almond
pops out
right off the top.
It's like, smell these nuts.
Yeah, stick them right in your face.
Raisins, dates, stewed fruits, white peach, orange
salty,
marmalade,
briny.
Yeah, Chardonnay.
I'm not picking up any peat on the nose. Are you picking up?
No, I don't get any.
I'm not picking up peat on the nose.
White grape.
So the water runs through the peat bogs is what basically I'm thinking that's going to mean.
Yeah, and it's got to be so minute. It must be like probably under 1s, my guess. Plums.
We'll see what happens when I taste it.
Yeah.
Pink lady apples, blueberries, blackberries,
apricot,
strawberry, kiwis.
Slight butterscotch.
Oh my god, this smells amazing.
Some caramel tones and vanilla.
Caramel and vanilla. A little bit of toffee.
Old cigar box.
Yeah, almost a coffee vibe as well.
Yeah, jasmine, clove, mint, some rosemary, some thistle,
leather,
wild grass, bay leaves. There's a lot going on in this glass.
Yeah, because there's kind of a floral side to it as well.
There is. There's that honeysuckle.
Oh, okay. Now
jasmine.
A little more cinnamon now.
It smells beautiful.
Wow, that is complex whiskey. Yeah, so back in the day, this was about $80. Now, unfortunately, with this, they were up to like $125. So hopefully they'll go back down with the tariffs going away, but we'll see.
Not so much. Oh, I'm happy they left it at 48%. That is rich and viscous across the palate.
Oh, it's nice and earthy, wet vegetation.
Yeah.
With that cinnamon and vanilla and honey now popping out with marzipan, almonds, and effervescent. Oh, now like it was like that Three Musketeers filling. I don't know what you call that. That creamy, whatever that stuff is. Three Musketeers.
Nougat.
Nougat? Yeah, that stuff. The fruit gum, like juicy fruit gum now. Clove and cinnamon. Cigar wrapper.
I feel a little bit of the briny in it, like the salty, almost like seaweedy.
It's very bready, yeasty.
Yeah.
This is very forest floor. This is very almost
earthy.
like IPA beer levels of like earth.
Really,
I wouldn't go that far because I don't like IPA and I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't go that far.
No, but
That's
I'd agree. It's that minus the hoppiness, it's that earthiness. Yeah.
It's got a very strong earthiness to it.
Yeah, this
Like
is
damp
Compass Box Peat Monster
moss
minus the peat. Like this is just that earthiness of that.
It really is.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
That's fair. To me, this reminds me a lot of Compass Box Peat Monster because that was such an wrongly named whiskey. It should have been the Earth Monster to begin with. But
Agree.
you take out that little thread of peat that actually is in that guy. Most of what I get in it is this kind of flavoring where it's just that earthy, vegetal, forest floor, mushroom, fungus type of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's those sweet elements in there as well. The apricot is in there. The caramel tones are in there. A little bit of the butterscotch. But
toffee, yeah.
I like this one.
I like it. I don't get any peat on the palate.
I don't either.
Of course, that could be the earthy tones that they're considering the peat.
Yeah. And it's Highland peat, which is going to affect it very different.
Right.
It is an earthy peat. So it would not be surprised if that's where the earthy note really is the peat note.
Right.
Especially if it is like 1 or 2 ppm, that would make sense to me.
It's not medicinal peat and
at all.
It doesn't taste like it's peated to me. And I'd be able to tell.
Yeah.
But
it has none of the Isla iodine notes at all.
No.
It doesn't even have like Highland Park levels of peat. So
yeah, it's like wrapped up in like a cigar, like aromatic pipe tobacco and raisins and dates and plums. That
aromatic
apple
pipe tobacco wrapped in seaweed.
Oh, it's just so good. So good. Oh
yeah, my gosh. I agree, Matt. This was a good call. I like this one.
I love this whiskey. This is one of my favorite whiskeys, like probably of all time. I freaking love this whiskey. As you guys know, most whiskeys don't look like this. This one's been loved.
Very well.
This should definitely go in the battle of the 16-year-olds.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt. Yeah, and like at some point I'll open up the old 16 so we can compare them, but they're not currently open. So
it's understandable, man.
Someday
they're never going to make it again.
No, that's why I'm like, it hurts me. At some point we'll open it though. Like I said, I have lots of Longmorn. Actually, one of the notes we'll do soon is I have a Longmorn 35 that will be. It's an independent bottler. That's one of my favorite whiskeys ever that we will get to review.
I'm looking very forward to that.
Definitely. I've hidden that one in the back of my whiskey cabinet for a very, very long time.
For a very
I wouldn't finish it before we reviewed it. I bought that, oh my gosh, 7 or 8 years ago. Nice. I hid it for myself.
Very nice.
So
you have to do that sometimes.
You do. Oh my gosh, yeah. So this is a really, really good freaking whiskey.
Yeah, it is. I enjoy that.
Yeah. Happy to be drinking this today.
Me
Definitely.
too.
All right then.
All right. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get more awesome reviews like this. And until next time,
Keep on crusading for the whiskey in your glass.
cheers.
Cheers.
Truly one of the best whiskeys we ever had.
That's really, really yummy. For 16 years old, that's insane.
It's crazy. I would love to try that 23, but it's $900. I just, maybe someday we'll get one donated. Who knows? I just, to add 7 years and then add $800 seems insane.
That's really, really pricey.
That's a huge increase. I'm sure it's because there's probably not very much of it. It's just crazy.